how to not die in your first marathon, how to survive your first marathon, and ideally how to get there on race day and enjoy it. Now, first of all, if you've signed up for a marathon, or if you're thinking of signing up for a marathon, I promise you it's the most wonderful experience you can possibly have. You're gonna go to a place where hundreds, if not thousands of marathoners, if not tens of thousands of marathoners, like next weekend, 50,000 at London Marathon, are gonna turn up, and that is an amazing energy. It's like being at a beautiful music concert or a big rave. It's fantastic because the energy you get from the people around you who've all trained, who are all there to do something really incredibly special, it's contagious, and you're around people that are doing something with their life and they're moving forward, they're growing as human beings. That's something really, really magical to that, and you will feel it on the start line. And maybe that feels something like nerves. Maybe there's an anxiety there, there's an apprehension of, oh, what could happen, and everybody's in it together. And the best way you can enjoy that is if you're prepared. And the easiest way to prepare is, there's lots of facets to run in to get right. You've got the speed work, the interval work, the hill work, the strength work, the long run. If you're new to running, the most important aspect of that to run a marathon is your endurance. You've got to be able to go the distance. And even if that's a walk, run, or run for as long as you can and then start to walk, run, great, no worries, you're still gonna be part of it. There's gonna be people next Sunday at London who run 6 hours, or 5.5 hours, or 5 hours, whatever the cutoff is. They are working just as hard as the guys at the front. And it's the dedication and commitment that they've got in addition to a full-time job that makes what they do so fascinating, so incredible, and such a big achievement. You need to get the endurance right. And so whatever your starting point is right now, if you can go out there and if you can run for 20 minutes, it's a starting point. And from there, you just need to add a little bit more. And from there, you add 5 minutes, get to 30 minutes, then get to 40 minutes. Before you know it, you can run an hour. And if you can run 20 minutes, you can run an hour. It's just a case of the consistency, running 3-4 times a week for the next few weeks, and you'll get to an hour. It will happen. It's not beyond your capability. Once you get to an hour, it's about building that into something that can get you closer towards the finish line in a marathon. Marathon is 42 kilometers or 26 miles. And ideally, you want to build over weeks and months. You want to build that hour into being able to run 2/3 or 3/4 of that distance. So if you can get to 33K, 32K, or 20 miles, then you can, the energy of the marathon will take you. It's magical. It'll take you that final part. And most, even elite runners, will train that way. And a lot of elite runners that I know will only go, they'll only take their long run as far as 25K. For me, I've always wanted to run the distance of the marathon. So I know that, and it's different. If your goal is to go there and run a faster time because you've run a marathon before, then I wouldn't say your aim is to survive a marathon and not die. Your aim is to get to race day as race fit as possible and run as fast as you possibly can on that day to race the marathon and not just survive the marathon. And that's a different game altogether. I'm talking to you guys today that are trying to run a marathon for the first time. And in order to get there, if you can get over the week, gradually increase just by 10% or 5%, every 3 weeks, increase the distance, get to an hour and 15, get to an hour and 30, and then eventually get to the distance of 33 kilometers or 20 miles. And then on the day, you'll have no problem getting to that marathon distance. As long as you pace yourself, as long as you're disciplined, as long as you don't get carried away at the start, which all of us do, because it's literally like walking into a concert. It's like walking into a festival. Everyone is buzzing. The tension is there. Everyone's nervous. Will I make my time? Will I finish the race? Is my car fit? Is it gonna drop off? Everybody's frightened to death, and there's that nervous energy about it. But there's also that thing, like when we were kids, you didn't need to go and knock on everybody's door in the summer holiday. Everyone would already be there on the football field. Everyone would already be there on the cricket field. You didn't have to do that, and it's that magic you get with the marathon. That's what it makes it so special. So work, if you're starting now and your marathon is 3 months away or 5 months away, work on building that endurance. And if you get to a point where it's starting to become, I'm loving this, I'm starting to get out every day, you don't need to run every day. If you can get out there first thing in the morning, you can go for a walk 3 days of the week, and then run maybe every other day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday you're running. Have the weekend for your long run, gradually increase that endurance. And then sometime in the midweek, ideally Wednesday, put a little bit of speed in there. so that your body starts to become better and more efficient at moving over the ground. And what I mean by that is if you're shuffling around now, and let's say for instance you can run 10-minute miles, that's great because it's going to take you 4 hours and a little bit to run the marathon. I think I got my maths right, but 4 hours and a little bit to run the marathon. That's fantastic because then you'll have a starting point where your first marathon was, and then you'll get addicted, and then all of a sudden it'll be a 3:40 and a 3:20, and then you're laughing. But if you add speed, that's the quickest way to get faster. And so what you'll find on race day, if you've got the time to add a bit of speed into your session, and watch my videos on interval running or speed training, you just break that into, I'm going to go out, I'm going to run 20 minutes, and after every single minute, run a minute as fast as you can, controlled, and then after that minute, walk for a minute, and then do that, and be out there for 40 minutes, but only run 20 minutes. That's going to improve your running economy. It's going to improve your ability to move over the ground. And what that will do is feed into your easy runs, the 2 other easy runs, and your long run, so that your body moving over a longer distance is going to feel more energized. It's going to feel easier to do because you'll have a better running economy, meaning that you need to put less effort in for the same speed, or you can run faster. So if you can nail those 2 things, and essentially number 1, you've got to be able to run the distance, and you've got to be able to get to that 33k mark or 20-mile mark, ideally in training, so that you're enjoying it. And it's all about enjoying it. If you can get to the race start and you know that I'm pretty comfortable, I think I can make this distance, I'm pretty sure I can make the distance, I promise you the marathon and the atmosphere from the other runners and the crowd will take you that final quarter. That's the magic of the marathon. For me, it's like you're flying because you've got so many people in your corner that you've never met before. That's beautiful about humanity. So focus on the endurance, but if you can add that next level, if you can add some speed into it, you'll start to enjoy those sessions because they're broken up. It's not actually that difficult. It's 20 times 1 minute. You're gonna have a rest in between. It's not like that long run I have to run at the weekend where I'm going for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just out there either with my friends or on my own. It's not like that. This is more concentrated, but the effect that that has on your long run is massive. So yeah, try that out and get to a point, as I said, get to a point where you can run 33k or 20 miles and the marathon will take you the rest. But the fact that you're signing up, you've already signed up and you're actually getting involved, it's just a massive tick in the box. You're moving in the right direction. Like you will love running. You'll love the community that comes with it. You'll love the marathon itself, the race day, the fact that everybody it's the biggest thing that I can possibly imagine that can restore your faith in humanity. And right now, in the world with everything going on and everything as crazy as it is, it's a marathon more than anything that we need. Boston last weekend was absolutely incredible, and it always does deliver. And it's like New York Marathon, Tokyo Marathon is similar, London Marathon is very special, Barcelona Marathon, Seville Marathon. You've got all these things to go at. So once you box this first one off, the world's your oyster. You can go anywhere in the world and run a marathon and know that not only are you going to be able to run a marathon, it's going to make you insanely happy, but you're also going to get a great vacation as well. So yeah, good luck. And if you have any questions, if you're running a marathon for the first time, or if you're trying to train towards getting to a point where you can run 5K so then you can jump towards 10K and then onwards from there, let me know in the comments below and I'll help you where I can. Good luck.